Ring up Christopher Browell.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for 07769247196. Please leave a message after the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Yes, hello, Mr. Browell. It's Mr. Hussain here, once again, leaving yourself another daily message like a broken record. Today is Sunday, the 6th of October 2024, and it's been over 426 days that you've unlawfully incarcerated my brother without a clear legal framework in place and are holding him hostage. At least now, following my previous call on Friday where you did pick up, now you're at least switching off your work phone, knowing the fact that it's a conflict of interest where you're using your work phone as your private phone as well, fully scamming the system. It's you people that are fraudsters and scamsters. You're in charge of a public purse's finances, and you're the ones that are scamming the system, and then blaming me and throwing me under the bus because of the colour of my skin, because of my religious beliefs, because of my ethnicity and background. But more importantly, it's because of the fact that I'm a carer, and you are looking to exploit. You have been looking to exploit my labour for your own benefit, and that's all for now fallen apart. And I'm looking to hold you to account and bring you, ask you to pay me for what you've been exploiting me for. My brother would never be in a position to take on your services without my involvement, help, and assistance. But more importantly, I've been working under a family trust fund, which you've now disregarded and simply classified me as a criminal and taken away all my money. You as a local authority, on the brink of bankruptcy, and I pray to God that you do get bankrupt. But it doesn't negate from the fact that you, the state, owe me £1 million a week, backdated for over 20 years, because of the fact that you have been plotting, planning, and conspiring in order to save money and costs and look to exploit my labour. This is a labour between myself and the local authority. It's quite clearly a labour dispute. You want to make it about something else, about abuse, power, control, coercive control, all the laws and statutory violations and all this other stuff that you continue to go on about. This is all just a distraction, isn't it? This is a labour dispute. I charge £1 million a week, and hence why you're refusing to speak to me. If me saying that is such a ludicrous statement, then how is it the fact that it's even more ludicrous that you've kidnapped my brother and told ludicrous statements to the courts, lies and deceptions in order to achieve your objectives? This is quite clearly an abuse of power, procedure, and authority by yourself as a local authority. And now, when and through the collusion of your partners and associates, colluding and conspiring and machinating in order to target and victimize me, to exploit my labor and put me into a state of servitude and bondage, as you continue to do so. Why is my brother's having all his rights violated? There is no other avenue available to us. You've taken all the money, and even if we did have the money, it would just be going to your solicitors, because they're all your solicitors. They're not my solicitors, they're all your solicitors. That's how the courts operate. I may get a solicitor, but they all effectively end up working for you. Last time I did get my brother a solicitor, didn't I? When you had last kidnapped my brother about 6 years ago, on the 3rd of August 2018, you had proceeded to then look to take litigation action to remove me as the nearest relative. I did get my brother a solicitor at the time, wasn't it? Alistair Bateman, a good friend of yours as a local authority. You've worked closely with Alistair Bateman. And Alistair Bateman, rather than representing me or my brother, he started representing you. And quite clearly there's fraud and deception taking place there. But it's not just Alistair Bateman, is it? It's the judiciary and the judges that you've got all in your back pocket. So the aspect of me taking this litigation action is an exercise in futility, isn't it? It's just an exercise in futility. All the judges and the courts you've got in your back pocket, as I've learned through hard and bitter experience dealing with yourself over the last decade or so. You lie, cheat, and manipulate. You use public money to buy off the judges and the judiciary, and now you're on the verge of bankruptcy and you're scratching your head. How did this happen? You're the local authority on the verge of bankruptcy because you're committing acts of villainy and tyranny and torture against the weak and vulnerable members of society that you have a duty of care to. You have been failing systematically in relation to adult social care, particularly in regards to my family members, and all I'm looking to do is hold you to account. And your failure to do so, your failure to even speak to me and force me to put things in in writing is clearly indicative of your own guilt in this matter. You're unlawfully torturing my brother. You have no legal right to simply abduct him on the basis that we're failing now, and so we need to come down and privately commission the services of the West Yorkshire Police, tell them, make some allegations up of neglect, so then we can abuse our position of authority and power and control, so that we can manipulate the situation in order to achieve our desired objectives of power, control and dominance. How's that working out for you? You're on the verge of bankruptcy. You've been lying and cheating. All your deceptions, and God willing, Allah is my witness, all your lies should come out. All your acts of villainy and torture and tyranny will inshallah come out, because you're going to torture my brother to death. My brother has not consented to this. You have no legal basis to take him in and force him into a care home of your choosing. You have not gone to the courts to get a court order. And I'm just surprised, why don't you go to the courts? Because all the judges are in your back pocket. It's because you know the fact that what you're doing is lies and deceptions, fraud and criminality, and you're covering up under the veneer and guise that you're a local authority. You, as a local authority, have been abusing your position of trust and power, and so is the NHS. So it's very difficult for me to identify who I need to speak to now, because it's just like, from one finger to the other, go from pillar to post and just confusing me. When the reality is that you've got my brother, you've instructed the care home to not let me speak to him, you're holding him hostage. It's now been 426 days.
You have 15 seconds recording time remaining.
It's been 426 days today, as it stands today, from the 3rd of August from the 8th of August 2023 to the 6th of October 2024. 26 days. Every day that goes by, I've told you, it's £1 million a day now, because of your ability to abuse power, control and dominance.
Sorry, your recording time has expired. To leave your message, press 1.
Same thing every single day.
Press 2.
1. These are the lies and deception I have to deal with every single day. Every single day, that you lie, cheat and manipulate the situation, put us in a situation of perpetual torture and victimization, and then just cover it all up saying, no, we're the local authority, we can't do no wrong, we're all professionals. Look at these colourful titles that we've got, lords and justices and honours, honorary, all liars.